Hello guys, today it's about the basic aptitude questions for interview. Basically, whenever you go for a job interview, you required to qualify for the aptitude test, which is a necessity part. So here are some of the basic topics and basic questions which which are required to be done while you are going for interview. Starting with it, the first topic is time and work. So basically in time and work there are three things. The three main things are given. One is D, which is equal to the days, the number of days required or the number of days to be found to complete a work. Second is work, W, work, the work to be completed, and T, time. Time is another thing, or we can say days and time to be the same. So the third part is M, which is the manpower. Basically these three things are the most important, and on this basis we can solve the questions of time and work. So basically the formula is the number of days or the time required to complete the work is proportional to each other. So more the number of days, more would be the work to complete, more the work could be complete, and it is inversely proportional to manpower. More the number of mans, less work, means the work can be completed in fast. Therefore this is how it is. D is proportional to W and it is inversely proportional to M. Now if we go, that is, we can say D1 upon D2, it is equal to W1 upon W2, is equal to M2 upon M1. Now if we go for a question, the question says A completes the work in 4 days. B completes the same in 6 days. If A and B work together, then in what days, number of days to complete the work? Understand that in such questions the work is the same, means it's not that A completes some different work or B completes another type of work. All the work done is the same, means A completes a work, means if you consider a work of writing 2 pages, A completes the work in 4 days, B takes 6 days. Now if they are working together, then how much time do it take? Then this can be solved as the 1 upon A, which is equal to 1 upon 4. 1 upon 4 times of the work, the total work, into 1 upon 4 time is the work efficiency of A in 1 day. 1 day work of A. For A, 1 upon 4 times the work. The total completed work will be equal to 1. When it is 1, then we can say that the work is complete. So in 1 day, the work done by A is equal to 1 upon 4. Similarly, B, 1 day work is equal to 1 upon 6. That is, when we multiply it by 4, we get 1. That is 4 days to complete work. This is basics, so you must know how this is solving. Now when we do, and similarly for P, into 6 it is equal to 1. Now when A and B work together, that is 1 upon A plus 1 upon B, that is equal to 1 by 4 plus 1 by 6, is equal to 10 upon 24. 1 day work. 10 upon 24, which is equal to 1 by 2.4 hours of the work is done in a single day. So, when 10 upon 24 multiplied by x, which is equal to 1, this is x is the total days. Therefore, total days is simply the reciprocal of this, which is equal to 24 by 10, which is equal to 2.4 days. Simple. This is how simple a question is asked of two persons doing a similar work, and when they work together, then how it is to be solved. This is the most basic questions, and basically for small interviews this type of questions are asked. Now if we go for some advanced level of this question, we can get it as I will be showing the next question, which is somewhat about the level of this simple question. This was the most basic and the most simplest question. Now it is given that if A takes 4 days more than working of A and B together, while B takes 16 days more of working A and B together. So in this question it is given that when A and B work together, they work at that when A and B together is X. If it takes X days to complete a work, then A takes X plus 4 days more and B takes X plus 16 days more. Then find X. We need to find X, that what is the time or what is the number of days they will take if they are working together. Yes, it could be solved by the previous example way by solving, but it's quite lengthy. While in aptitude you get less time, so for some like lengthy questions you need time. So we can solve this with a simple basic method. The total days, it is equal to the root of first extra days multiplied by the root of second extra days. That's 16, which is equal to 2 into 4, 8 days. This is basics. This is the basic example by which we can solve the question. Now the third is other type of question. I would be showing you one question so that you can solve other questions and practice this. Basically aptitude is all about practice and tactics. If you can practice more, you earn these questions easily. Now the third question is, if A takes 40 days and B takes 60 days respectively to work independently. So A takes 40 days and B takes 60 days for a work. Now A starts the work for 5 days and B joins him. Now time taken to complete the remaining work. So A and B both have started working. Now the thing is, as A has started working, so initially 1 by 40 is a 1 day work, and multiply by 5 because he's worked for 5 days, which is equal to 1 by 8. Therefore 1 by 8 times of work is complete. So the remaining is equal to 1 minus 1 by 8, which is equal to 7 by 8. So 7 by 8 amount of work is still left. Now when they both work together, 1 by 40 plus 1 by 60, which is equal to 100 upon 2400, which is equal to 24 days. It takes them 24 days to work. So 1 upon 24 into x is equal to 7 by 8. Yes, if they both were working together, then this was the total number of days. But A has started working 5 days, so therefore the efficiency of doing the work is will be multiplied with the number of days for working of only 7 by 8. Therefore, when we find x, it is equal to 21 days. It takes them 21 days to 21 days more to complete the remaining work. So if A and B work together, then the work would have been done in 24 days. But as he started working he started to do the work first 5 days alone, therefore it will take them 21 days plus the 5 days, that is 26 days to complete the work. But in the question we are given that the remaining work, time taken to complete the remaining work, therefore our answer would be only 21 days. Now the next question. The next question is a group of laborers working completes a task in 10 days. A group of laborers can complete the task in 10 days, but 5 of them are absent. If X laborers complete the work in 10 days. Now X minus 5 laborers complete the same work in 12 days. Find the number of laborers, which is equal to X. Now we know that here the days are given and the manpower is given. So D is proportional to 1 by n. So X upon X minus 5 is equal to 12 upon 10. So which is equal to 6 by 5. 5x is equal to 6x minus 30. So x is equal to 30. Total members is equal to 30. Another question is like a man completes 40% of the work. A man completes 40% of work in 12 days. In 12 days. How much more time will it take to complete the same work? 5 times. Then see, this is somewhat important. If a man does a work, 40% work in 12 days. If a person does 40% work in 12 days, so what number of days he will be required if he needs to do the work 5 times? 5 times. So basically 40% in 12 days. So whole 100% requires how many days? Okay, 12 into 100 by 40, which is equal to 30 days. 30 days. 30 days he will complete the work once, but he need to complete the work 5 times. Therefore, when you multiply it by 5, it is equal to 150 days. This was another basic question which may be asked. Now, another question. This is the last question, and this is the most difficult level of question which must be asked in a work and time type of question. It is one of the very important, and it is not asked in a smaller level of competitive exam. It's for high competitive exams. If we can say, the question is, two women work together on a field in 8 and 12 hours respectively. 8 hours and 12 hours to mow a field. Two women, A and B, mows a field respectively for 8 hours and 12 hours. Now they work for an hour. Working for an hour alternately. Now, if A begins the work at 9 a.m. in the morning, then at what time the work is complete? So basically, if you see this question once, you would just recognize this as a question of both the things of two people working together and multiplying it with the number of time, or so so that means, so you do 1 upon a plus 1 upon b, then when you get the answer you multiply it by some number 7, 8, 9 to get the value, it is equal to 1. But no, this is not the case here. Here they are working alternately and not simultaneously. So for the first hour, we can say that for the first hour it is equal to 1 by 8. For the second hour it is 1 by 12. So for first 2 hours, the work, it is equal to 8 plus 12 by 8 into 12, which is equal to 5 by 24. For the first 2 hours, the work is 5 by 24. So for 9 to 11, 5 by 24. Now 11 to 1, another 5 by 24. From 1 to 3, it is 5 by 24. And from 3 to 5, it's another 5 by 24. Now if we go to 6 by 7, then it's complete. That is another 5 by 24. But here 5 by 24 is 25 by 24. Therefore you cannot say it is 7. The time is 7 o'clock p.m. 7 p.m. You need to find the complete time. So this is equal to 20 by 24. After at 5 o'clock, the work done is 20 by 24. Now A comes to work. So after this, it is equal to 8, that is equal to 1 by 8. 20 by 24 into 1 by 8, this is equal to 5 by 6, is equal to 5 by 42. Oops. 1 by 8 or see here 1 by 8 can be written as or plus, and here it is a plus. We need to add now. Sorry, the thing is we need to add now 1 by 8, or it can be written as 20 by 24 plus 3 by 24 is 24 by 3, 3, 4, 24, 1 by 8. So it is equal to 23 by 24. 23 by 24% of the work is done at 1 hour, that is at 6 p.m. Now now 1 by 24% work left and 1 by 12, so it is basically in 1 hour it does 2 by 24% of work. Therefore for 1 by 24 it takes 30 minutes. Therefore finally at 6:30 the work would be completed. This is the most final question of work and time. So basically for a work and time, any two of the things would be given, while third would be the constant one, and you need to find the third one substituting. So simply this is all about work and time. Next we will look about time, speed and distance in the next video. Thank you.